What is up, everyone? Happy Freedom Friday. We made it. Made it to Friday. I appreciate all of you guys being here. Welcome to another episode of Coffee with Hooligans, where we try to make the news suck a little less. Please sure you guys hit that like button. More likes, more hooligans. Well, we got a Trump rally later today. Rayside Broadcasting is supposed to be going live around 5 p.m. Goodness, of course. Mess my voice box up right when I go live. That's alright. That's alright. I am sweating to death. Let me know how hot it is where you are. You guys are you're gonna whip me on this. It's not even 80 yet, but I feel like I'm dying. Anyways, Trump's gonna be speaking live at the Iowa GOP dinner featuring Ron DeSantis. I think Pence is also supposed to be there. We'll see. Rayside Broadcasting is supposed to be live around 5. I don't know when Trump's supposed to be on stage yet. I'm assuming around 7:30ish. That's normally when it is. I'll keep you guys up to date. Make sure you're a part of Gilded or Discord or Telegram, or you're on the website. As long as you're in any of those locations, you'll get the update when it comes out. I'll let you guys know. First off, we'll be starting with some news that we got from Rumble. And then we're going to have a video titled Bidenomics is Fascism. Quick little video on Old Man Walter and all the nonsense they keep talking about. Then we have a video titled They've Turned the Rule of Law on Its Head. It's a video with Josh Hawley. I like Senator Hawley. I think he's awesome. Then we have a video titled What are the new charges against Trump and his aides? Propaganda. Just so you can see what Blue Team's talking about, how they feel about it. And then we have a video titled, If Biden administration does not provide information, we will go to impeachment inquiry. McCarthy making dry threats, real dry. I don't think they're going to impeach Old Man Walter. They're just talking nonsense, pretending like they're actually doing something over there. Then we'll be wrapping things up on the YouTube side of things with a video titled Alleged Disruptive Behavior Among Chicago's Migrants. Things are starting to look a little French over in Chicago. Got people from across the border who are now unhappy in Chicago, kind of like we've been seeing in New York. New York's doing the same thing. Got so many border crossers there that they're disgruntled, they're running out of resources, and they're pissed about it. They came here for free stuff and they're not getting it. Then for everybody who's not on YouTube, we will be moving forward with a video talking about a village full of people that were arrested for hurting children. That's going to be really interesting to cover. That's a 6-minute video. And then we'll be wrapping things up for the live today with a video with a, how do I word this? Like an admission of guilt from a shapeshifter. Feels bad and regrets making those decisions that were made before they made it all the way through to the other side. And I think that's really interesting too. I think more people should speak up about it. Maybe kill this trend of, turning your wiener inside out and stuff, because that's all it is. It's just popular right now. 5 years, probably 2 years, this won't even be a thing anymore. It won't be nowhere as popular as it is right now. So make sure you guys are ready to go over to Rumble, Odyssey, Kick, Twitch, or jeffmaclive.com for all the good stuff we have going on later. Also, when we cover the Orange Eagle, that's also not going to be on YouTube. He says things that are not restricted by YouTube community guidelines, so I can't show it on YouTube, which is fine. You guys should be all over on Rumble anyways. We're actually going to grab the link here, post it in the top of the chat. We're going to read through the chats, make sure everything is good to go. Then we'll go ahead and get her started. Edward, Facebook files just dropped on Twitter. Send me a link or something, Edward, so I can check it out after the live. Alright, what's up everyone over on YouTube? What's up Toy Mafia? What's up Mr. Satan? What's up Blue Moon? What's up Cheeky Chops? What's up Gregory? What's up DeRosa? What's up Sly Dog? What's up Jeffro? What's up Damon Walker? What's up Space Baby? What's up Anthony? What's up 24/7? Happy freedom all you hooligans. What's up Faded? What's up Matt? What's up Snooks? Happy Freedom Friday all of you hooligans. I can't forget it's Friday. It's Friday. Gotta keep things fun. It's fun on Freedom Friday. Cheeky chops. Jeff Mack is like Paul Revere. I don't even know what that means. You're always cracking me up. All right, let's see. What's up, everyone over on Twitch? Happy freedom. If we can get enough people to move over to these other platforms, I might be able to upgrade my streaming provider and get adaptive bitrate, because I keep seeing people complain about buffering from time to time on these other platforms, but it's because of the bitrate, and it's an additional $80 a month to get the adaptive bitrate. So we're seeing we gotta be able to survive the demonetization first before we start making upgrades and whatnot. What's up, everyone over on Kick? What's up, Raja? Happy freedom. Raja, just hang out for a while. See which one you like better. Some people like it over on Kick. I guess the app's not that great. I haven't used the Kick app very much, but I know if you go to the Kick website, it seems to be running fine. Same thing with Rumble. I think the Rumble website is better than the app. Whichever you prefer. What's up, everyone over on Odyssey? What's up, Can Killer? What's up, Sam? Happy freedom, you hooligans. Happy Freedom Friday. Look how clear we are over on Rumble. That's the other thing, is the live is much clearer on all the non-YouTube platforms. I don't know why that is. Just another reason the YouTube sucks. What's up, Astral Hammer? What's up, Addy? What's up, Shannon? What's up, Kendare? Is that what it is? Kendall R, that's what it is. I see. My bad. My vision's going. I'm an old man. I'm getting to be one of these old hooligans out here. What's up, Pumpkin? What's up, Rogers? What's up, Guess Some J? What's up, Patty? What's up, J Doge? Happy freedom, all of you hooligans. Appreciate you guys being here. What's up, Elisa? What's up, Old BR? There's a lot of you guys here today. What's up, Nefties? What's up, Plastic Quack? That's the only thing I like about the Rumble app, is you get those notifications right away. Like, I see every time Oreo goes live and stuff like that, or Salty goes live. If you got the Rumble app, you'll get the notifications, but I still just go over to the website. I think it moves better. Guess Some J, the Village people are back. It's something like that. What's up, Undercrofter? What's up, Brujo? What's up, everyone over here on Rumble? You guys are awesome. What's up, everyone over on jeffmaclive.com? What's up, Matt? What's up, Sam? I don't know if you guys got the update message. I put out a mass message about updates. I'm not quite sure that the login thing is all the way there. I updated it, so now you should be able to go a year without having to log back into the website, and then that should help the notifications and all that stuff, but we're still testing it. I did it right before the live. Also, we got new emojis coming. We're going to have new emojis in time for the Orange Eagle. So we're going to have Trump emojis and stuff like that coming to all the non-YouTube platforms and stuff for everybody that has memberships. So we got even more emojis coming. We already got them over on Gilded. Once again, go join Gilded. All right, hooligans, we're going to get started on this first little bit here. First little bit of news. Oh, yeah. Go buy the shirt. I forgot that was up there. We got that too. That's a brand new shirt. Go check all this stuff out. We got coffee mugs and everything with that image on it. It's the Screaming Goat, if you don't know. He's got his own t-shirt. Go check that out. Shirts, hoodies, stickers, all the good stuff. You can find it on the merch store. You know, the huge. Anyways, we got our green Dorito over on Rumble. It happened this morning, I think. Got an email back from Rumble. Let me know that we're verified. We're all green Dorito'd up. Pretty excited about it. Made the news, right? Made the news. We got the green Dorito. All right, we're going to move forward with this first video. Bidenomics is fascism. I hope that pisses all the blue team off. Using their own words against him. How dare we? How dare we? We got more people on Rumble than YouTube. I'm proud of you hooligans. You guys are the best.
Former Democrat, presidential candidate, and a Fox News contributor. Tulsi, there's been a noticeable shift in the media's focus to really not run away from the economy, but to try to spin this economy as something much different than it actually is in the real life of most Americans.
Yeah, Laura, it sounds like from some of the conversations you've been having with people there in Minneapolis, they get what all of these spin doctors don't. They actually see what's happening, which is, quote unquote, Bidenomics are failing the American people. But what people in Washington are not focusing on enough is what actually is Bidenomics. Bidenomics essentially is fascism, a kind of national socialism where we have government bureaucrats and politicians partnering and colluding with these massive corporations and the ultra rich to make these business deals, picking winners and losers that serve their own self-interest and the interests of the power elite at the cost of the well-being of the American people, not only today, but in the increasing debt that they are incurring that will affect us for generations to come. And foremost, the perfect example of this, Laura, you and I've talked about this before, is the military-industrial complex. They have essentially a blank check, unaccounted amount of spending of taxpayer dollars. And if you or I or anyone else says, hey, is all that you're spending actually strengthening our national security? Is it serving the best interest of the American people? And maybe perhaps we should know where every dollar is being spent. If we say that, we are at risk of being called unpatriotic. I've been called that before for asking these very questions. And so people aren't even allowed to challenge or question where this spending is going and how it's benefiting the American people, what to speak of our economy and everyday Americans being able to, frankly, survive and live comfortably, what to speak of prosper in the United States of America.
Now, Biden wants us all, I think, Tulsi, to kind of clap like seals since year-over-year inflation isn't as high as it was last year. But since he's taken office, consumer prices have gone up nearly 16%. We obviously know what's happened with energy costs. Now, this is something that is really hitting the middle class, the lower middle class, really, really hard. The elites are kind of gliding above it, as they usually do.
And that's exactly what we're seeing as President Biden and his administration and the elites are celebrating, quote unquote, Bidenomics. The American people know better because those successes that are being touted are actually the opposite is being felt. And again, this is where we have to hold the Biden administration, the Democrat elite, accountable. This is not about, well, we just have to message things better. That's always their answer, rather than actually looking at what the problem is, because doing that would require them to look in the mirror.
Tulsi, great to see you. Thanks so much.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe.
They're just using little fancy little titles, that Bidenomics. Maybe they think if they use clever little titles like that, old man Walter won't go down as the worst person in the main office ever. I'm not gonna call him the P word. I don't, that's against my belief system. I can't do that. But that's what I think. I think they come out fancy titles about their mental illness and all that. Then old man Walter, he won't go down as the very worst. That's what they think, but they're wrong. We're keeping tabs. We're out here checking receipts, bud. We already know, old man Walter, you can't change it. You're too far in the hole. That's what she said. This next one's titled, They've Turned the Rule of Law on Its Head. Come on now. This has got Senator Hawley in it. Senator Hawley's pretty awesome. I think anyways. Just for no reason, dropping the prostitute on him. All right, hooligans, let's get her started.
Now is Missouri Senator Josh Hawley, member of the Judiciary Committee. Senator, it seems like, again, the two-tiered system of justice. Hunter gets an agreement that would give him all this broad immunity. And meanwhile, they just keep piling on Trump from every corner.
Yeah, now, Laura, we're down to charging like random people, just throwing those into the indictments. Is it any coincidence that the DOJ rushes to add these new indictments today after the Hunter debacle, after their own self-dealing and two-timing is exposed, after they tried to hide from us the true extent of this plea deal? That gets blown up, and then it's like, oh, we got to go indict Trump on something else. I mean, it's so brazen right now what they're doing. It is really a subversion of the rule of law. I mean, they're taking the rule of law, turning it on its head, and Laura, we cannot allow this to stand. The American people are not going to be safe. Our system of government is not going to be safe if this is going to be the new standard.
Senator Hawley, the situation here is this. It's very simply stated. our Department of Justice, someone or some group in the Department of Justice, decided to give Hunter Biden a free pass in this plea deal for all sorts of other potential, to be fair, potential criminality. It looks like related to those foreign payments that came into Hunter and others. But that's a free pass. That doesn't happen in these types of cases, but it does in this Justice Department. How serious is this?
Yeah, it's really serious, and I think what's even more serious, or just as, Laura, is the fact they tried to hide it. As you were covering just a moment ago, the way the government structured that plea deal, they tried to hide the fact that they were basically giving Hunter Biden blanket immunity. And it wasn't until the judge in open court questioned them and said, hold on, what are the actual facts here? DOJ was trying to hide the facts. I mean, you talk about, again, subverting the rule of law. We all know the only reason Hunter Biden got this deal is because his father's rich and the president of the United States. That's what this is about. It is two standards of justice. He should be treated like anybody else, Hunter, and Joe Biden. Joe Biden should tell us whether or not he's a crook. Because the truth is, every day evidence piles up that he was involved in these foreign bribery schemes. We need to know, is this guy a crook?
The House Minority Leader, Hakeem Jeffries, spoke out today about this indictment watch.
The system should just be allowed to work as intended. And that means that the prosecutors and whatever judges may preside over the various court cases, as well as the defense attorneys, follow the facts, apply the law, be guided by the Constitution.
Senator, that's fine. Do they feel the same way about the charges against Hunter or the investigation that occurred supposedly into Hillary Clinton or any of the other stuff?
Yeah, I agree with everything he said. The problem is that's not at all what they're doing. What they're doing is they're giving Republicans one standard of so-called justice, and then they're out there giving a free pass to Hunter Biden. They're giving a free pass to Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton, by the way. They're treating parents like domestic terrorists. Let's never forget, this is the Justice Department that sent the FBI to parents' homes to treat them like domestic terrorists because they wanted to go to a school board meeting. Let's never forget, this is the FBI that sent SWAT teams to the homes of pro-life demonstrators. You talk about attacking the rule of law. That's what Merrick Garland wakes up to do every single day. It is a travesty, Laura. He should go, and we need to find out, Joe Biden, is this guy a crook? This is an answer the American people deserve to get the result to.
Senator, very quickly, Politico is reporting tonight that the White House is very worried about Senator McConnell's possible health problems, given what happened yesterday, because they would essentially lose an ally in their work to try to block Donald Trump. They said, having spent years as one of the party's chief villains, McConnell in the Biden era has become something different, a safeguard essentially against a Senate turning into a version of the chaotic House. GOP. Senator, do we really think Republican voters want someone leading the Senate who's closer to Biden than Trump?
Well, I certainly don't. And I can tell you what the House has, the Senate doesn't. The House has what's called a majority. The Republicans are in charge in the House. They're not in charge in the Senate. And I would just say, Senate leadership, if you want to know why that's the case, take a look in the mirror.
Senator, thank you. Great to see you.
Thank you.
Hey, Sean.
Senator Hawley. That all sounds great, but I wish they would actually do stuff. Seems like all they do is point out all the wrongdoing, but they don't ever do anything about it. Never. They never do anything about it. When I first saw Hawley and realized who he was calling out Facebook, I think it was Facebook, Google, and Twitter, or something like that. And he was asking them if they were tracking Americans even if they left the platforms, and does that data get transferred between the platforms? And Facebook was like, no, like Zuckerberg or whatever. He kept saying he'd have to get back. Oh, I'd have to get back to you. I'd have to get back to you. And I can't remember. I want to say it was Zuckerberg that was saying that. And then they kept denying it. They were like, well, we can't give you the details, but no, that's not what we do. And then Hawley was like, well, actually, and then pulled out like a blown up screenshot of their information and their tracking system and stuff. And he's like, you guys do track everyone when they leave the platform, and you guys do share this information with other social media platforms and stuff. So you're just tracking Americans, and that's an invasion of their privacy. Facebook was like, but then nothing ever happened. So I don't know. I don't know. It's good that it's being called out, but I really wish they would actually do something. Raising awareness isn't enough. They need to be proactive. They need to actually do something about it. What's up, Donna Sparks? Happy freedom. Matt, I was gonna check it out after the live. I seen that Tom McDonald released a song like right before I went live. I plan on checking it out just to give it a listen. Take a gander and whatnot. Reading through the chat really quick before we move forward. What's up, Prison Hug? Odyssey's running fine for you. Thank you for the feedback. Prison Hug, all they're doing is making Trump more popular, ensuring he is the nominee. Yeah, all publicity is good publicity, especially when you're the Orange Eagle. It's hard for them to try and talk down to the favorite. He's the favorite. Like there's no, they couldn't say anything bad enough that's gonna make people turn away. He's the favorite, and they're pissed about it. They hate it. What's up, Two Ruby Shoes? Happy freedom. Hey, I appreciate you, Mr. Beansy Beans. Thank you so much for the bits. What's up, Be a Blessing? Happy freedom. Sam, they're actually selling that information, not just sharing it. Yeah, that's true. I keep hearing about Facebook selling our information over to China and stuff, but everybody's all worried about TikTok. Makes no sense. Alright, we're going to move forward to this next video titled, What are the new charges against Trump and his aides? It's Reuters, or however you say their name, but it sounds like the person writing this is Blue Team. That's just my 2 cents on it. Let's get her started.
Donald Trump has been hit with more charges related to his handling of government documents after he left the White House. On Thursday, U.S. prosecutors charged Trump with 3 new criminal counts and added a third defendant. The case relates to the material that Trump transferred to his Mar-a-Lago residence and was later seized by the FBI last year.
Thank you, everybody.
Let's take a closer look at what Trump stands accused of. The new indictment alleges Trump retained one more document containing national defense information than was listed in the original charges. It references an incident in which Trump, during an interview at the Florida residence Mar-a-Lago, presented the document to several individuals without security clearance, while bragging about a, quote, plan of attack against another country. The new charges also accuse a second of Trump's employees, Carlos de Oliveira, a maintenance worker at the former president's Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, of helping to hide sensitive documents Trump allegedly retained from the White House when he left office in 2021. Prosecutors allege that de Oliveira attempted to delete security footage at Mar-a-Lago at the behest of the former president after they received a grand jury subpoena for the videos. De Oliveira faces an additional charge of making false statements in a voluntary FBI interview, in which he told the FBI he had no knowledge of boxes containing classified documents, despite having personally helped to move them. According to the indictment, his lawyer did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Trump pleaded not guilty in Miami last month to federal charges of unlawfully retaining the classified government documents. He is the first former U.S. president to face criminal charges and was also indicted over hush money payments to a porn star. Another indictment could also be looming, with Justice Department officials investigating attempts to overturn his 2020 election defeat.
Paid some hush money to a porn star. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? The way they word everything is crazy. Reuters. Like I was saying, whoever the guy was doing the narration there, he sound pretty Blue Team. No, we don't have the Orange Eagle logo or the emotes up yet. J Bell. I forgot to put them up. But I'm going to have them up before we cover the Orange Eagle later today. Sometime after 5. Just reading through the chat really quick before we move forward. Screaming Eagle, I love my government, and they love me. Right. Right. That's what we're all saying. They're the best. Prison hug is hot in Detroit, 92. Oh, man. That is hot. It feels like it's 92 here. It said, when I started this live, it said it wasn't even 80 degrees. It feels hot as death in here. See, it still says 79. It's lying. Okay, it's lying. That Google's lying to me. I believe that. Mr. Beansy Beans is only 69 there. That's about perfect. About perfect. God dub. Roy turds. Sometimes they get all right live footage, but I don't know why they're talking about Orange Eagle like that. They're Trash Bandicoot. Linda, it's 94 in North Carolina. That's crazy sauce. I can't do it. Anything after 70 and I need to recluse back indoors. Make sure I don't die from sun exposure. I just go out there and touch the grass really quick and then run back in the house. Just to say I went outside. So you guys will believe me. Alright, we're going to move on to this next video titled, If Biden administration does not provide information, we will go to impeachment inquiry. Yeah, that sounds nice. That sounds really nice. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Some people think that this is him kind of taking a step back. He made some sort of announcement about impeachment and stuff like that. I can't remember how vague it was. But now he's like reiterating it. He's like, no, it's not impeachment. It's just the inquiry of impeachment. It's not the same thing and stuff. And so some people think that this is him kind of backpedaling a little bit. You guys decide.
It's the 1023. We found that when then Attorney General Barr found it, that he sent it to the Pennsylvania Justice, and they said there's more to it. When does an attorney out investigate the FBI? We then found that the president, Biden, while running for office, made a couple claims. He first looked the public in the eye and said, I've never spoken to my son about any business dealings. He said, my family has not taken one dime from China. In part of this investigation, we found that when the vice president became vice president, his family created 20 shell companies, kind of like what the 1023 said would happen. We found that 16 of the 17 payments from Romania came to the president while he was vice president. We now found that money did come from China, differently said. We've now found the president has changed what he said, but we have a real question about David Weiss and the Attorney General and the other 6 people in the meeting. It's contradictory based upon what the IRS agents said and asked questions and took notes from the meetings and emailed everybody about those notes. Now, if you're any member of Congress, this is not saying impeachment. This is not anything but we need to investigate. And what happens, like you watched the situation yesterday, where the federal government says there's still an investigation of the Bidens. Well, the only way you'll be able to get information that way is to have the strength to be able to get the documents you need. I was concerned when asked a question that I haven't seen an administration act this way at the same time as Nixon did by withholding information. If they do not provide the information we need, then we would go to an impeachment inquiry. Impeachment inquiry, which simply is an investigation and providing Congress the power to do that investigation. So I'm glad you asked a question that I could clarify that you misinterpreted and misstated. Last question.
I don't know. That sounds like weak sauce to me.
Let's see. How productive have we been so far? I can walk and chew gum at the same time. And the one thing I will tell you,
Old man Walter can't.
if the administration does not provide the information, so you would want us to ignore all the information that's provided? You wouldn't want to know the basis or the answer? Or would you want to keep the dogs barking? I think we could do it all. Hey, thank you. If I don't see you before we get back, I want you to know one thing. I will look forward to your questions on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of doubting us. But more importantly, I look forward to your questions on Thursday and Friday, knowing that we passed it, but asking them about the next week as well. Take care.
I don't know. I think it's just more singing and dancing. Just more singing and dancing going on. Telling people what they think we want to hear. They're not going to do anything. If they were going to do anything, they'd be discussing that laptop. That's what they'd be doing. They don't want to talk about that laptop because they have no intentions of actually taking those people down. They don't care. What do you hooligans think? Matthew, 50 degrees. Yeah, that's pretty cold. I'm trying to think what it got down to yesterday. It got pretty low yesterday. Actually, this whole last week it was getting down to like 59, 55. I think one day it got down to 52. I had all the windows open. It's like, thank God I could finally breathe. I like it cold. So the Ragu, who let the dogs out? He was talking about women selling feed pigs. Keeps those dogs barking. What's up, High Plains Drifter? Happy freedom. Matt, you don't trust McCarthy? Yeah, I don't know. He seems pretty phony to me. They go out there and do all that grandstanding, all that talking, flapping their lips about nothing. And then what happens? Nothing. Another day goes by. More talk. More investigating. More awareness being spread. They'll never... I don't want to use that phrase. They never reach the destination. Let's say that. I was going to say they'll never pull the trigger on it, but hey. I didn't mean it like that. I think this is some other kind of program. It's not. So we're going to move on to this last little bit for the YouTube side of things because everything else we got is too spicy for those community guidelines. So this will be the last one. We'll be wrapping up YouTube and we'll continue on with all the other platforms. This is titled, Alleged Disruptive Behavior Among Chicago's Migrants. This is going to look like a replay of New York because we just covered something about this. Same thing happening in New York. People coming across the border, going to these sanctuary cities, hoping to get some free stuff. No more room and board, no more free pair of Jordans, no more Red Cross blankets. We are now out of supplies. And they don't like that. They're getting pissed about it. So they're going to tear the place up. They traveled all this way for their free stuff. They want it and they want it now.
Prominent alderman is calling on Mayor Johnson to address what he describes as disruptive and dangerous behavior among Chicago's new migrant population. Alderman Ray Lopez, whose ward does include that Gage Park shelter, says his constituents have witnessed gang recruitment efforts, drug use, sex acts, and prostitution. He says many migrants are, quote, joyfully ignoring curfews, and heroin abuse is a growing concern there. Now, with an estimated 5,500 asylum seekers here in Chicago right now, that's a number that continues to go up. He sent a letter to Mayor Brandon Johnson calling for an immediate crackdown on such behavior.
We know this crisis is not ending anytime soon. We need to show that we are willing to address those issues that are negatively impacting local communities. We heard about it this week at Woodlawn, and we need to be able to nip it in the bud early.
Right now, Chicago is housing migrants at 14 shelters across the country, but the migrant population at police stations is reportedly back on the uptick, right now estimated to be at nearly 900 individuals.
Well, nice to know. Stuff will be on fire. It'll look like France. It'll look just like France. Then they'll bring racism back, and they'll tell everybody what they're supposed to do. We'll see. We'll be covering riots and stuff. Riots and protests. It's not going to be what we think it's going to be, though. Going to have too many people from... trying to think what I can get away with saying. Too many people that ain't supposed to be here. Next thing you know, they're ganging up on us, telling us what we're supposed to be doing. Alright, hooligans, we're going to cut YouTube off. We have more stuff to cover. It's just too spicy for those community guidelines. We got one video talking about a whole village full of people who were convicted for hurting kids Okay, you know what you're picking up what I'm laying down here. Starts with a P, ends with files. Okay, whole village of those people. We're gonna have a video about that, and then we have a statement from a shapeshifter and all their regrets. It's too spicy for YouTube. So I'm gonna ask everyone on YouTube, go ahead, click that link at the very top of the chat. Make your way over to Rumble. If you want to try a platform other than Rumble, you can find the Linktree link. I'll drop it in the chat for you hooligans. That way you guys can go to Kick or Twitch or Odyssey. You can give Rumble a try. You can go to jeffmaclive.com. You can even go to Twitter and watch if you want. Just can't stay on YouTube because those community guidelines, well, they're powered by communism. So you can't run the rest of the show like that. Also on the Linktree, you can make donations, join membership programs. Make sure you go join Gilded. Get yourself a cool t-shirt. All that good stuff. Alright, we're ending things on YouTube. Everyone else sit tight. Gotta help censorship and communism out of the room. Give us some free screaming goat. It's hot. Hot tamale. Muy caliente.